Well, that was fun. Got all the way right here. We're backing out of the track at Ludington. Backing out of the track at Ludington. Can't go that way. And I'll give you a little look at maybe why they canceled here in just a second. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Hope we don't get stuck. So that's the track. Now, I can't really... Maybe you can look. If you look closely, you can see how deep the track is. It wasn't for mud. It rained for 1 second. It had nothing to do with mud. There's no mud on the track. But if you can see the hoof prints, it literally is like... I said to Amy, geez, it's a little sandy when we got here. It literally...
I don't think you're supposed to be doing
like, I have sand in my nose, in my... Everywhere. It's sand. If you said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to dump 1 million tons of sand in one area. And then what we're going to do is we are going to race on it. That is exactly... Gentlemen, take care. That's exactly what happened here. It literally was if you said, you know what, the track's just not good tonight. Let's just go down to the beach and race. I warmed up and I said to Donnie, I don't care, we'll race. If this is how the tracks were in Michigan, I don't think we have to call the FBI to figure out why Mountaineer Prince is on the run all the time. He's still a little horse, and the track is deep as hell. I feel bad for these people. You said Donnie brought 10 horses here, 10. It was literally a beach. And I told them, I said, I'll race. We're going to go in 220. And that's not a word of lie. That's not a joke. I would not have been able to beat... Yes, honey?
Is this one more day?
No, we're all done here now, but we're going to eat at a nice place. And maybe we'll go back to the place. Sound good?
Place?
The place we stayed at last night. Is that what you want to do or no? Okay. So, anyway, it is what it is. I wasn't... the guy, I felt bad because, I went through this the other night. Obviously, you know that. It's well documented now. But a couple of people that want to race, right? They brought their horses here and they're like, did you vote? And I'm like, no, sir, I didn't vote. I didn't, I just left it up to you guys. If you want to race, I go and race. No problem. And that's the difference, we talked about the other night. I had no problem racing, but when you're talking about 51, 52, 53 horses on a track that is subpar, that's dangerous. You're racing these slow horses going in 220. Mountaineer Prince 220, that sand, if he'd have fell down, there wouldn't have been an ounce of hair moved on his body. The most dangerous thing that could have happened, I might have got rug burn on my elbow.
That's it. I'm just asking for the bow tendons on that.
And that's the thing. I said to Donnie, I'm going to tell you something. If you can race a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old in this state with those tracks like that, it would never tear a suspension. I can tell you that. They'd be just like leather by the time you got them off them. My goodness. Anyway, you know what? I don't, truthfully, I don't even really care that much. I came here to race the horse. That was my job. But I'm so happy that I did come. Zero concerns. I don't feel bad at all. Yes?
Do you remember when you fell off a horse?
Yes, I do remember when I fell off a horse. Thank you. And I don't mean that to sound like, I don't care. I wanted to race Mountaineer Prince and Sunset Acres Girl. But I don't, I know Donnie felt bad. And there was a bunch of people come over. I got to see Mike Delph today. And the gentleman that runs I didn't know. He's not driving the starting gate anymore. He said he did for 4 years and he quit the other day.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Mr. Murata. Anyway, his I think it was his daughter, his granddaughter, Lillian, come over. What a sweet little girl she was. And Kate, I believe, I assume that's Kate. Kate Murata that was with them. And it was nice to see them. It's a nice town. I love coming here. A bunch of people always come up and said, hey, and I felt bad. Donnie come over after. He's like, I'm really sorry. I said, Donnie, if the track's not fit, it's not fit. I got to see the horse. I warmed him up twice. I think he was ready to go. We had made some changes. But as I told him, I can tell you, he did make some breaks warming up the first trip and made a break in the second trip before we changed everything around. And I can assure you, if that's the surface he's racing on, that's why he's making breaks. And if that's going to be the problem, then fine. We'll take him home. Just, yes?
I might like the hotel that we're staying at.
Well, that is great. I appreciate that. I like the hotel we're staying at also. It's actually very nice.
Stay there for 3 days.
No, we can't stay. I know. I would literally stay at that hotel happily for 5 or 6 days. It is a vacation destination. I can tell you that right now. Nice town, nice place. pretty good food. I would give what, 4 stars, 3.5 stars. It was good food.
You can't
Yeah.
really grade it.
Yeah, until I eat here. They say this place is unbelievable. So that's very good. I'm happy happy that everything went well, except the racing. Disappointed, but I did get to have a pretty good look at Mountaineer Prince. And I believe if those are the tracks he's racing on, I think I've got to the bottom of his brakes quite quickly. And listen, I'll put it to you this way. If he runs his next start, we'll just bring him home and race him in the maiden I could win a maiden right now with him at Northfield Park. I'm certain of it. Did I not just win the maiden Oh Hell No won the maiden in 2-1. I trained him faster than that maiden went the other day at Northfield Park. So it's not a big deal. I mean, obviously I would like to see the horse do well, race the horse and win races, but that's the way it is. Now, the races being canceled was not all that took place today. We have 5 in tonight, but we had 5 in today in Kentucky. I thought most everybody raced okay. I thought obviously Pickpocket, Memory and Imagination coming in off of almost 3 weeks. They were going to be short. And I actually thought about Memory and Imagination just putting him on the truck and racing him Friday in the Stallion Series. It was going to be hard, but racing him Friday in the Stallion Series, because if he won, he might have made the final. The final goes for 40. He races for 30 the next 4 weeks in Kentucky. And I know Scott said, geez, Pickpocket felt like he was in a little bit over his head. Those are good horses. It's a tough crew. And as I said to Scott, or I texted Scott, I'll tell him later, the horse hadn't raced for 3.5 weeks. I will tell you this, Pickpocket, Memory and Imagination, Memento Mori, 0 blood, which is exactly what I expected, and I'm very, very happy to report that. Pickpocket, I think, and Eric had too. I doubt he just sculled him in Kentucky and trained him up real tight. No, I think he did the right thing and focused on getting the horse cleaned up. That was his job. And when it comes to clothing store, when it comes to where are we at here? How far down is this place? Oh, it's still a little ways down. And when it comes to him and Memory and Imagination, off almost 3 weeks. Memory's coming off a poor mile. Pickpocket a decent mile. What are you looking at?
I just thought maybe you could park back there. There's just a whole parking lot.
There's parking lot or parking right here too. Right? Is this not a parking spot?
I don't know.
I believe it is. Well, that's where I'm going to park, so it's a parking spot. Is that guy?
Yeah,
Oh, he was going in
I
there?
think so.
No, there's spots for everybody, isn't there? Well, that was mean. Sorry. There's a spot right there. What's the big deal? Anyway, Pickpocket I thought raced pretty good. Memory and Imagination I thought raced pretty good. Both were a little bit short. Trotted 53 and a piece, 28 seconds on the end of it. Memento Mori, I guarantee you Scott Wishy has had that race back to do again. You know, for him to not move him and then get pinned in and then really look like he was in trouble with him for about 5 strides, and they said they scoped him after, no blood, but there was a little ulcer on his palate. I think I might know where that came from. It happens. So he'll be that much better next week. And who's the 4th horse? Oh, Westland Warrior. Oh my goodness. I'm sure he wishes he had moved him too, but he'll move him next time. The horse was closing in 27-2 and the end of it a mile 57. It was a very good mile for Westland Warrior. I was really happy with what I saw from him. Militant, Scott said he doesn't know if he can do, and maybe he's right. You know, there is quite a jump from a condition claimer at Northfield to the bottom level trot race at Kentucky. He trotted 54 and 4, 28 seconds today. Is he competitive? Yes. But if you're racing for $15,000 in Kentucky and you're not the best, then why do we take him away from a place he's going to race for 10 or 11 for the next 2 wins at Northfield Park? So I'll talk to Scott a little more tonight about the horses in general. Listen, I don't really care if we drop Pickpocket down to the bottom and Memory and Imagination leave him in the 30 class. Memento Mori, just have to put him in play next week. Westland Warrior, same type of thing, but I like what he's doing with them. And bluntly, just tell me, can Militant do in there? If he can't, if he's out of gear and rough, do we need to make changes? Otherwise, just send him back to Northfield and make money with him. Not a big deal. So certainly not a bad day in Kentucky when you look at it. I feel a little bad. Donnie felt bad about canceling the races, and quite frankly, do I want to go out there and race on a beach and go in 220? I don't know. maybe I guess. but they're gonna have to figure out what they want to do and moving forward. I think they just canceled, didn't they? I don't know what they do, because I didn't realize till after. This is a $10,000 race he was in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
tomorrow too.
yeah. So I don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna
They
figure.
just said there's a
No,
Another day.
no. What he was talking about next week, this Saturday, was another fair.
yeah I know, but there's another time they can stick those.
Oh, I see.
I can't remember.
see.
What
So in regards to Mountaineer Prince, if he makes another break, we'll just take him back to Northfield and race him in the maiden there. I'm not that worried about it. I can almost tell you if that is any and Donnie said that's kind of how the tracks are right now here, is deep and sandy. I think I figured it out. It didn't take long to figure out why he's making breaks and why he isn't at Northfield. So we'll bring him back to Northfield, race the big plow mare here in Michigan. Kentucky was good today, and excited about tonight. Can't wait to watch Chicago Hall. So not all the excitement we thought we'd have today, but I can tell you this much. So happy that we made the trip to Michigan. What a beautiful place this is. The kids had fun. I've had fun. Amy's had fun. We're going to have what's going to be hopefully a great meal, and I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.